More than a couple of years ago, when I lived in San Diego, I was driving my motorcycle around, and for some reason, an officer of the law decided that I was violating that law. So I'm on the side of the road, and my own technique for trying to get out of a traffic ticket is to basically put my hands in the air and throw myself on the mercy of the court instead of doing the roadside lawyer routine. It actually works a lot of times. Like, oh, you got me. Sorry about that. Well, it didn't work this time. I don't know what I was doing. No doubt that I was not guilty of whatever he was accusing me of. But he had his pad out, and he had written the first couple lines on his pad, getting ready to write me a ticket. And all of a sudden, I heard on his radio, it said, "Oh, we got in cop voice, we got a naked guy at the corner of 4th and Washington. Respond immediately, all units or whatever." And everybody knows that means some guy was on drugs, threatening people, a danger to himself, a danger to others, dangers to the cop. The cop just shook his head, looked at me, I looked at him. He knew I had just dodged a bullet, and he took off. Because the cops know that these people running around naked in the middle of the day, that means are dangerous. Now keep that in mind when you see this video. Also keep this in mind, which they don't really go into on the video. The guy had a lot of drugs in his system. He had Xanax, he had marijuana, he had antihistamines. When I hear antihistamines are in there, that's kind of the ingredient they mix in with, they use to make methamphetamine. And when you see the video of the cop, keep in mind the cop's in the street. We're watching the dash cam video. So when I first saw the video you're about to see, I thought the guy was running past the cop. No, the cop's in the street. The guy you're about to see is is starting to lunge at the cop at the end of this run. None of that was clear to me when I saw this. So take a look at this weird video.
On Robin Oswald's right arm, a permanent reminder of her friend David Joseph.
Well, it means you're forever in my heart.
His brother wrote it in Haitian Creole, their native language.
For now, it's kind of like my way of knowing that he'll always be with me, even though he's not here physically.
Today, she learned the police officer who took Joseph's life will not face criminal charges.
I really felt disappointed.
Robin visits the Joseph family often and says she has talked to Joseph's mother about this scenario.
His mom told me, though, if they don't get the justice they need through the courts, then the only thing we can look to now is God.
She says the final moments of his life were hard to watch, but gave her more perspective about the officer's actions that day.
I don't know what was going on, but he needed help, obviously. In a situation like that, somebody needs some help. And as a police officer, you should be trained to recognize that from the jump immediately. If he would have maybe stayed in the car for a couple more seconds and really studied the situation for a second, like looked other than just going straight into it and jumping out of his car, maybe it would have been a different outcome.
A Haitian immigrant, all hopped up on drugs, running around naked, acting erratically on the streets of Austin, Texas, makes a full running lunge at a cop to attack him. And now somehow we're supposed to believe that the cop is supposed to know exactly what to do and how to protect himself other than using a service revolver. Things would be a lot less complicated if Haitian immigrants weren't running around the streets of America doing drugs, attacking cops. And then the dead guy's friends would not have to remind us on TV. There were a lot of options. There were a lot of options you could have taken. All of them involved, don't make the black kids angry.